Okay, so today we're going to be talking about lean. And for those of you who don't know, lean basically means to, in simplest terms, it means to cut the fat. It's something that's used in a lot of different manufacturing companies, but honestly it's something that is applicable to people within different industries. It's not just manufacturing. People in business use it. Economics, I've heard a lot of the terms being used. I actually have never taken a formal lean class, but in my internship this summer, where I was a continuous improvement intern, I heard all the big hot button lean terms on a daily basis, and I didn't just hear them from the engineers. I heard them from, like I said, the managers, the business, like the various business management type people, the people that are crunching the numbers, the accountants, so it applies across the board. So if you're planning on going into industry, which I assume a lot of you are going to go into some type of industry within the next 5-10 years, you're going to hear a lot about lean. You're going to know a lot of the terms, and I would really suggest for your own benefit to get a type of lean certification, because when it comes down to it, it looks great on your resume, and like I said, you're going to be using the terms a lot, and understanding it is, it's a great way to stand out in business. So today we're just going to do a little preview of what lean is. There's obviously a lot more to it than what I'm going to talk about tonight, but the main thing you have to know is lean is getting rid of waste, and there's a lot of waste that occur within business, and there are actually 7 wastes that occur according to lean standards, and these wastes take away from a company's profit. And they also are a waste of time, they're a waste of money, it's basically you want to increase profit but decrease your waste, and the way to increase profit is by following lean standards. So the best way I could describe it in terms, you've actually probably already used lean in your everyday life and didn't even realize it. An example of lean would be when you walk to class in the morning, you probably go the straightest way there. I know Mountain View people, I was one of them, walking straight through the fence down the mountain because that's the easiest way to get there. You don't walk all the way around, you don't go through Hinman, you don't go all the way like through the nature preserve, maybe swing by a hillside and then walk down. You usually go straight down. And that's because, whether you know it or not, you're using a lean practice. You don't want to waste extra time, you don't want to wake up earlier than you need to, you don't want to miss class and be there late, you don't want to spend those extra 30 minutes that you probably could be doing work or other type of homework walking around campus. So that's lean. You're cutting down on your waste, you're getting to class quicker, and that's something that, like I said, is used in industry and something you use in your everyday life and didn't even probably realize it. I like to call it the common sense it's a common sense type of application. Whether you know it or not, you're using it, but unfortunately a lot of companies don't use it because they like to stick with the method of if it's not broke, don't fix it. But unfortunately, through that method, they're wasting time and money and resources, and they don't even realize it. So today we'll be talking about the different lean belts, what is lean, waste and non-value added activities, value-added matrices, and the 7 wastes. So it's an overall picture of lean, definitely not everything, but it's a great introduction to it. The belts, which I talked about before, the certifications, and basically the one offered over here during the winter is the green belt, and green belt is, you don't have to get yellow or blue before you get green, but you have to get green before you can get black belt. So the black belt, obviously, that's the highest level one. That one takes the most amount of time. I think it takes about a year to complete because you have to do a project on top of it, on top of the class with it. But obviously that looks great on your resume. And the green belt doesn't have a project, but you have to do either 3 days of 8-hour classes, or you could take it online and do it over a year span on your own time, and then you have to take a test at the end, and if you pass it, you get your certification. Like I said, it looks great on any resume, and it's a great thing to have in industry. So what is lean? I kind of talked about it a little, but this is more of an appropriate type definition. It's a systematic approach in identifying and eliminating waste or non-value added activities through continuous improvement by making products on time with best quality and lowest cost. Now, you can see the red words are hot topic type words, and you can see eliminating waste is the first one. And eliminating waste is it's basically what lean is about, cutting down fat, eliminating waste. There's like I said, 7 wastes, and you want to eliminate those in order to increase your profit. Non-value added activities are activities that don't add value to your product. So everything you do adds either value or no value. Ironically enough, what I learned over the summer was, and something I didn't expect, was that the engineers, the managers, the upper level management add no value to a product. We're actually seen as a waste according to lean standards because we don't do anything to add value to a product, even though we think we do because we make the product, we know how it works, we crunch all the numbers and make sure it works properly and it's efficient. We don't actually add any value. The customer doesn't pay for us. They pay for the operators who put the part together, and they pay for the part to get shipped to them. Everything else is a waste. So we want to obviously eliminate extra non-value added activities such as movement or transportation or inventory. Continuous improvement is just what it sounds like, continually improving in order to make your product better. You want to, like I said, a lot of companies don't like to continuously improve, but it's important in order to keep up with the global economy we're in to continuously improve on our products so that we get more customers, get more business, keep our customers happy. We have to make sure our products are on time and the best quality and lowest cost, which, like I said, we want to make sure that we're getting the right product out to the right person in the best quality and keep the cost low so that our profits increase. So the lean house. This is like any house. It has a foundation, it's got 2 columns, and then it's got a roof to it. So the basis, or the foundation, as we've all heard before, is the most important thing to any structure. So the basis of the lean house is operational stability. So as you can see, there's standardized work, total productive maintenance, flexible product and process, and supplier involvement. 2 of these I've worked very close with this summer, and those were standardized work and total productive maintenance. And standardized work is just what it sounds like. It's standardizing your work. And this is important because in order to make sure that we have an efficient product, we have a quality product that's going out to our customers, we have to make sure we standardize our work. We don't want 3 people doing 3 different activities because one person might be doing it the right way, the other 2 could be doing it the wrong way. The best example I have of this is during the summer when I was working there, we had a huge failure within our cedar line, and it was a $5 million loss for the company. And this was all because one person didn't grease the bearings. So some people were greasing the bearings on the product, other people weren't greasing the bearings because it wasn't stated specifically in the standard work. So the ones that weren't being greased were going out to the field. It was a cedar line, and they were failing after about 500 to 1,000 miles, or 5,000 acres, which isn't a lot for a cedar of a big company, and it was actually going to like John Deere and C&H, which are huge cedar companies, and they were failing on the fields. And because of this, it was a huge waste. I mean, it was a simple thing such as not greasing a bearing. And because of that, $5 million was lost. They had to go out to the fields, they had to replace them, fix them, send them back, rework them. All of that is time and money. Meanwhile, the customer is upset because they have a quality product that's now ruined because of one of our products within theirs. So it's not good to, that it's, moral of the story there is standardize your work, because if you don't, you're going to have a lot of failures, you're going to waste a lot of time, money, you might lose a customer. So it's an important basis to this, it's an important part of this foundation.